So here we have Justin and John. Justin's the Dracolich and you're the...
Roughneck.
Okay. And you guys have been coming to Gen Con, I think, for, well, not for how long you've been coming, but you've had these games since for 4 years?
4 years.
5 years?
Yep.
Okay. And you guys are with Zynvaded?
Yep, that's our game. Games Zynvaded. Yep, we are just publishing it.
Okay, and in your intellectual property line, you have 3 different games, right?
Yes, we do.
Okay, so starting here, what do we have?
This is the original box set. It's called Zynvaded. It's our flagship title, and what it is it's based on this race of alien insects that came to our planet to invade. But when they got here, they didn't realize how large we were going to be. So half the fleet doesn't want to continue the invasion anymore. They just want to blend in and not cause problems. The other half still wants to try to take over and subjugate the human race. So they're fighting each other for control of their fleet to see what they're going to do next. So the premise is you just play the game anywhere you can find a flat surface. The more clutter, the better. So the more stuff you have laying around, the better the odds of them fighting are. So.
And everything comes in this little Chinese carton?
Yes, everything you need to start with comes right in the box.
Okay, for what, about $35?
$35, you get 6 figures, 3 for each side. You get a couple of these grub tokens, which are like resource markers. And then you get 2 pencils, 2 dice, tape measure, stat sheets, rules, and some missions.
And you are the sculptor?
Yes, I am.
And here's one of your molds.
Yep.
What's your favorite mold material to use?
I use that RTV silicone from Aero Marine. I think they're either out of California or Texas, I can't remember, but I get their stuff off eBay, and theirs has been the most durable that I found. I can get more figures out of each set of molds that I make with their stuff.
Do you use a vacuum chamber?
No, I don't. Actually, I use a pressure pot. I take the old paint pots, just cap off one end, run a line in with a pressure gauge, put about 20 psi, and in about half hour I get a set of figures. So.
And you also, of course, you also did all the sculpting.
Yes, I did.
Of the figures. What do you do? Green stuff or? Yeah,
mostly green stuff. I do sometimes use a little bit of the gray stuff, and but mostly green stuff is kind of what I've started with. It's what I'm more comfortable with. So.
And what's this guy?
Oh, this is from our Earth faction. Now some of our bugs have started to mutate because of the radiation of their equipment and things. So we have our own Terra Force now. So they want the Zen Empire off of our planet entirely. So we have that 3rd faction there.
Now what's... Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, no, go ahead.
What's the next one?
The next game that we released was called Don't Let the Zedbugs Bite. And it's the zombie variant of the game. What it is our pesticides affect their physiology differently, so when they die, they reanimate. And so this game here, this is kind of like a survival horror setup. You have a couple hunters that come in the pack with a couple of these decoys.
That's
and what the decoys are, once per game, they can throw that out there, and it's basically a grenade that inflates and sets out a beacon to draw the Zeds to it.
Okay.
And we found that most players end up throwing them at their opponents to draw the zombies toward their opponents, but the idea is to draw them at least away from you. So.
And is that the same price point?
$35, yes, for the box. You get 3 of the Zed bugs, 15 of the Zed grubs, 2 hunters, 2 decoys, and then your pencils, stat sheets, tape measure, all that. And now we also have a necromancer. My partner designed a necromancer figure, so I sculpted one up. So now he acts as a leader figure, so you can bring these guys as a 4th faction for Zynvaded as well.
And then what's this game over here?
I'm going to let him explain this because he's better at this. He knows this game better than
Justin,
I do.
what do we got here?
This is called Pods of War. This is our newest release. It's a still the 1-to-1 scale, but it's actually the mech pod version or battle arena version of the game. So what it is that you have 2 pilots who actually are inside the suits here, and the suits are actually removable. You can actually play with them, put new weapons on there, that kind of stuff. So you build your own pod, and you just fight in an arena battle over. Well, and as you go, your fuel drains. So you need to get fuel.
I've seen him play it, but I don't.
You can pop smoke templates, caltrops, oil, battle people around, push people around. We've done a 7-player game. We had 7 people around the whole table. They went to mash until there was nothing left. It was kind of fun.
And this is the bag you get. Of all the bits to decorate your guy.
2 each weapon, 8 arms, 4 fists.
What's the price point on this game?
$45.
Okay, so it's $10 more than the other 2.
Correct, because it's multi-part and it takes more to mold and more time to actually clean the models.
How well do the 3 lines play together, or do they at all?
You can play them all together. Like John did mention, there was the Zedbugs leader who just pulled the Zedbugs from this game into Zynvaded. You can actually pull one of the models from Zynvaded and play it as a hunter if you wanted to in this game, or you can play it as a pilot if you wanted to. So you don't need to use the pilot model. You can use this model over here with the same rules, and they all play together.
You also sell individual components, is that right?
Correct, individual models, correct. Yeah.
Let's go take a look.
Okay. Like that.
So some of the individual components. What are they cast in?
Resin. 2-part resin. Yep.
So there's not really much assembly needed.
Nope, no assembly needed for the pieces over here, except for the twins above, which are the pods.
Right here.
Yep.
Okay. And then you guys are partnered up here with Arena Gear.
Yep. Arena Gear, who does the terrain for model gaming.
Okay. But for your game, you already have all the terrain you need, right?
Correct. Yep. But you can play it with the terrain if you wanted to, if you're playing like a real miniature game. So you can do either or. But yeah, you don't need any terrain. Soda cans, chip bags, cups, pens, pencils, everything can be worked as.
What kind of cover are you looking at for those things?
Cover, you get a bonus on cover. So when you're playing the game, you actually get a bonus on your agility, so you have a better chance of hiding.
Is a soda can hardcover, or is it just any cover?
Every cover is cover. Yep, we make it as simple as possible. We do allow house rules. We love house rules. So the more house rules you get, the better it is. So if you wanted hardcover and soft cover, you can make up your own rules. And you actually allow them to submit it on the forums. If we like the idea and other people like the idea, we vote on them and we put them actually in the rule set itself.
Cool. Well, thank you.
Thank you very much.